Hey Dre, you ever consider joining the Verse 1 Federation? Dre, who will win between you and Zeke from Verse 1? Dre, when are you going to play Smallville one-on-one? Dre, the dudes you be playing one-on-one ain't even that good. You need to go play against the dudes from Verse 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I've heard the comments, I've acknowledged the questions. Now it's time to make something happen. Dre all day is taking the Work on Your Game show to Austin, Texas. Verse 1 Federation. Let's go.
DreAllDay.com.
What up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. We're going to get right into it. A lot of y'all have been asking me, first of all, go back in the story. Last summer, I did a collaboration video with Big Brother, that's Jonathan from Verse 1 Federation.
My email. And all of a sudden, I see an email from Dre Baldwin. So at first, I just think it's spam, somebody using his name. He asked us,
let's say me, Dre all day, I show up at Verse 1 Federation's gym, and I say I want to play the best player you got or the best matchup you think you got for me. Who would you have me play against?
That was a call-out moment.
For those of you not familiar with Verse 1, they are a channel on YouTube. You look that channel up, you can see that they're a league of dudes playing each other one-on-one, which is a phenomenal idea. It's crazy that nobody thought of it before. They've been around for a while, but I just heard of them for the first time in the summer of 2013. I did a Q&A video with Jonathan, aka Big Brother. He's the guy running stuff. Him and Jamar run things over there. Did a Q&A with Jonathan, and I asked him, this is an offhand question. I said, Jonathan, let's just say I was a member of Verse 1. Who would you have me play one-on-one? And he said, since you're 6'4", Dre, you would play the champion of the 6'4" division, which is like the 6 feet to 6'4" division. The champion is a guy named Smallville.
Dre is a guard to the people on YouTube as far as his handling skills and balling, but he got to come through Verse 1 and deal with my main man Smallville, who ain't lost yet either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it looks good on film, but when Smallville is in front of you, we like to see how that play out.
So a lot of people took that and ran with it, like, yo, Dre, when you want to play Smallville, Dre, you need to play Smallville. But a lot of people didn't understand the logistics of it, or they didn't care to consider it, that I live in Miami, Florida, and Verse 1 is based in Austin, Texas. So it wasn't as simple as us just running to each other's house and playing each other one-on-one. So it didn't happen. Then this past spring, Verse 1 Federation put together a Kickstarter campaign, Dre Baldwin versus Smallville. They were going to bring a whole crew of production along with the player, Smallville, out here to Florida and basically travel from Texas to Florida and make a few stops along the way to play some other guys one-on-one. Because what Verse 1 does, they had this thing called the call-out, where any person anywhere can say, hey, I want to play player XYZ one-on-one. That's a call-out, and then they're going to basically conspire to make that game happen. So the player who called out the other player, they get that game, and we see what's what. We see who wins, and it's one-on-one, no excuses, nowhere to hide. So when I asked Jonathan who should I play one-on-one, he said Smallville. They construed that as me calling Smallville out, even though I didn't know who he was at the time. But I'm like, cool, it don't matter to me. I'll play anybody one-on-one. You're a ball player. You ain't backing down from no one-on-one game. And I am a ball player, so we're going to make these games happen.
It's not going to be no run-through, slam dunk, wham, bam, thank you, man, victory. You're going to earn it.
And what ended up happening was when Verse 1 did their Kickstarter campaign, they asked for a little bit over $7,000 to actually move all of their people, their whole production team, along with Smallville, all the way across the country to Florida to make this one game. And the Kickstarter campaign was unsuccessful, and a lot of people asked me at the time of the campaign, like, Dre, instead of them coming all the way out to Miami, why don't you just go out to Texas and play against them? It'll probably be simpler, and since all their players will be there, you could probably get several games in. And I'm thinking about that, and I say, you know what, you're right. That's actually a very good idea. So that's what we're going to do right now. This campaign that I'm sharing with you right now is how we're going to make this game happen. Dre Baldwin going out to Austin, Texas to play against the best players the Verse 1 Federation has to offer, and I'm going to explain to you how this is going to work. So this is what I've done. I put together a Kickstarter campaign. You might be looking at that page right now. You might be watching this video on YouTube right now or on my website right now. On the Kickstarter campaign, and you'll see a link to that. If you're not watching this on the Kickstarter website, there's a link to it right at the top of the video description here, or if you're on my website, there's a link right there below the video. What's going to happen is with the Kickstarter campaign, I'll explain that in a second. What I'm going to do is go out to Austin, Texas for about 3 to 5 days, somewhere in that time range. And this is going to be maybe a month or two from the date of this video you're watching, because we need 30 days to actually run the campaign. Then everything has to get settled with the back end of Kickstarter, because they had to verify everything. And then I'm going to coordinate with Verse 1 Federation, make sure we got the right dates, facilities, the players, and the schedules, and then the game happens. Now understand that. So it's going to be between 30 and 60 days from now, the date that this video is posting, which is going to be July the 19th. 30 to 60 days from now is when the actual games will take place. Everybody understand that. So please don't ask me next week when the game is going to be. 30 to 60 days from now. I'm going to go out to Austin, Texas. We're going to set up some games between me and the best players the Verse 1 Federation has to offer. We're going to leave it open right now as to exactly who I'm going to play, because we got to make sure everybody's schedules match up. And we had to actually make sure that this is going to happen. And that is part of the Kickstarter campaign, which I'm going to explain in a moment. Once I get out there, we're going to film everything, of course. A lot of y'all ask me stuff like, yo, can you do a day in the life type of video? That's something that I think is a possibility once I get out to Austin. I'm going to get a videographer to follow me through these games, possibly follow me off the court. We're going to make that happen too, so y'all can get a look at how I prepare for games mentally and physically, and the whole thing, and the whole spectacle we're going to put together, and me playing against the best players from Verse 1 Federation. Some backstory on me, some backstory on those guys, and make this whole thing into one huge event that I know a lot of you want to see, because y'all been asking me about this for a year. Of course, we're going to film everything. I mean, you know Verse 1 because it's on YouTube, that's video, and you know me because I'm on YouTube, that's video. So you put us two together. Of course, everything is going to be filmed. Are we going to be able to live stream it? I'm not sure, because that would require the place where the game takes place to actually have a Wi-Fi connection, and I'm not sure. There are not many gyms that have a good Wi-Fi connection for actually streaming video. There are other workarounds for that, but that will cost even more. We're trying to keep the costs to a minimum just to get the basics of the thing going, because if this works, we do this and it works and it's successful and y'all like it, then I'm looking at making this happen for some other locations too, some other places I want to go. Some other players on social media have been saying that they want to play me in games, or they want to see me play, or they want to do this and they want to do that. I think this is just the beginning of something big we can do as far as connecting everybody through social media and through basketball. And if y'all believe in that, if y'all believe that's something that's possible, pay attention to what we're going to do here and look at how you can back this project. Now, the Kickstarter campaign. For those of you not familiar with Kickstarter, I'm going to explain very simply how it works. Kickstarter is a website for people to get crowdfunding for projects that they want to complete. So it could be something like, let's say I'm a movie producer and I want to shoot a movie and I need a certain amount of money in order to shoot my movie. I put out a campaign out to all my supporters, all my fans, or even random people who just hear about it and say, I need to put this movie together. So instead of me asking for one person to give me $50,000, I'm going to ask 50,000 people to give me $1 or some denomination of that. Maybe somebody will give 10. Maybe somebody gives 500. Maybe somebody gives $5. And once all that money gets put together, if I reach my goal of $50,000, this is again an example, I'm not asking for $50,000. If that happens, then I get the money and then I shoot the project, and everybody who backed the project, who put some money up, there are certain rewards you get for being a supporter of the project, and you know what the rewards are up front, so you know exactly what you're going to get for being a backer of the project. Now here's the catch. If I don't get 50,000, let's say I get 49,000 and I come up short, you don't lose your money. You don't even have to pay anything, because the money doesn't actually come out of your account or off your credit card or debit card or bank account, whatever way you decide to put the money up. The money does not come out unless the project actually gets its goal of 100% funding. So if I ask for 500 bucks and I get 490, even if you pledge 300, you don't lose your 300. You don't lose any money at all, because the project didn't get funded. The only way you end up spending the amount that you pledged and get the reward that you signed up for, that you'll see on the webpage when you're looking at it. If you're on Kickstarter, you see the rewards to the right of the screen right now, to the left actually of this video right now. That only happens if that project reaches 100%. So like I said, you could be funding a movie. You could decide you want to rebuild the local park. You could decide that you could say, hey, I want to start a clothing company. I need $10,000 so I can go overseas and get the right materials for it. Anything that you want to do. You could say, I want to create a new cell phone and could compete with Apple and Sprint and Verizon, start my own cell phone company. I need $100,000. Whatever project you want to put together, you can put it together on a website like Kickstarter, which is the #1 crowdfunding website in the world, and that's why I'm on it. You get a crowd of people. So instead of asking for one person that has a whole bunch of money, which are few and far between, you can ask a whole bunch of people for a little bit of money, which everybody has. They fund it because they're going to get something out of it. Either they support that project, they feel very strongly about that certain area of life, that genre, or it's something that they're going to get. They want to get the reward. And you can see all the rewards there to the left. I think it's to the left of this video that you're looking at right now if you're on Kickstarter.com looking at this project. So what's going to happen? These are the things that I need to actually make this happen. I'm going to have a round-trip flight to Austin, Texas. Hotel room while I'm in Austin. Food while I'm in Austin. Rental car in Austin. Ref fees and facility fees while in Austin, just to make sure we got the right place, right referees, videographers, and editors to put together the finished product, which is what all you're going to see on YouTube and is going to be here on the internet forever after the games take place. All of that put together, we're asking for a total funding of $2,500. $2,500 is the total funding for this project. Now, you right now, you might be thinking, you don't have $2,500 to put up for this project, or you don't want to put up $2,500. That's cool. You want to put up $1, put up $1. You want to put up 10, 20, 50, 100. If you look to the left, you look at the prizes right there, the rewards as they call them. Those are the rewards you get, and understand that each level of reward, you get not only that reward level, but everything at the levels before it. So basically, if you pledge for reward level 4, you get whatever level 4 is. Also, you get level 3, level 2, and level 1 rewards as part of your pledge, and as thanks from me and all the people of Verse 1 for actually supporting this project. We get this project supported, which means I get crowdfunded. That means between everybody, $2,500 within 30 days from the date of this project launching, which will be August 19, 2014. Get 2,500 pledged by that date. You'll be able to follow it right there. I'm going to Austin, Texas.
Yeah, I got on his website. Couldn't stop looking at his photos. An hour later, after looking at his supermodel photos, I got into the real info, the real substance, and I'm ready to play. I'm gonna do some Photoshop work on myself, and we'll see. We'll have to compare them.
I'm going to play against the best players in Verse 1. We're going to film everything. Everything's going to go through social media. We're going to put it all out, and y'all going to get to see the games that y'all wanted to see. Anybody got any questions? Leave them down there in the comments to this video. They will get added. If I see any pertinent questions that I have not covered, they will get added to the FAQ section on the actual Kickstarter page. Again, if you're watching this video anywhere other than the actual Kickstarter website, the link to the project is right below this video. So click on that link so you can see the project, you can see the rewards. What's in it for you to actually back this project? Why should you back it? Number one, because you want to see these games, but number two, you need something more. You want something, right? Hey, I understand that. I ain't got no problem with that. Check out the rewards over there, tell you exactly what you get for what you decide to pledge. And remember, you only end up pledging that amount if we reach our goal and the game's actually going to take place. If we don't reach our goal, the game doesn't take place, it costs you absolutely nothing. Any questions? Leave them down there in the comments. Email me, tweet me, Facebook me. Y'all know how to reach me. I'm the most accessible athlete out there. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com. Austin, Texas, Verse 1. I'm on my way. Y'all better get ready.
Jonathan Ramborg, founder of Verse 1 Federation from Austin, Texas. Work on your game. I'm going to be working on mine. Work on your game. I'm coming to get you.